Hello everyone and welcome to the FPL Gameweek 36 deadline stream with me, Holly Shand. If this notification has just popped up, you are in for a treat because it is a Friday night deadline. We've got 90 minutes until the 6:30 p.m. UK time deadline. The game week kicks off with Luton v Everton. So perhaps not the most exciting start to the FPL game week. I'm going to have a player involved in this, couple of players, involved in this game. Maybe I'll watch it or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the evening brings. But yeah, it is a Friday deadline and I am going to be here for the next 90 minutes. I've already made my transfers. I doubt we're going to get any meaningful leaks given, Luton and Everton. It's not really the most highbrow, is it? So no offence to Luton and Everton fans. So the focus is literally going to be on answering your questions. I do go through the live chat in chronological order, so just stay patient with me. Don't spam the chat and that'll really help. Make sure that you've liked the stream. We're going to try and get the stream up to 100 likes and subscribe to the channel as well if you don't already. This could well be the final deadline stream of the season. Obviously, a couple of press conferences to go, but I don't think I'm going to be streaming for the deadline again this season. So, yeah, it's one of those that I probably would have liked to have been a bit more consistent with these, but, with real life, it doesn't always happen. But I'm really appreciative of everyone that does take the time to come and tune in and engage with watching, liking, commenting and supporting the channel as well by subscribing. So my team, I've actually changed this stream around. I've stuck with the same canvas as the press conference stream. The breaking news tab is gone. It will probably reappear. I think if we had the likelihood of more breaking news, it would be in. But I just think that this layout is a lot easier to see my team, to see the tweet deck, and everything else. And in new PC, everything's working like a dream. Have got the tweet deck open, of course. Got WhatsApp open, got Discord open. So any leaks that do come through, I will be over them. But yeah, I've already made my transfer, which was Gordon in for Barkley, switched to a 3-5-2, benching Solanke, Porro, Gusto and Vicario, playing Kaminsky and Branthwaite for the Luton v Everton game. Fairly happy with the team this week, I must say. Obviously, no Arsenal attack could be a mistake. I guess the thing that I'm wondering is captaincy. I'm not going to go Palmer. So whether I stick with Haaland or go with a Foden or a De Bruyne. So Simon is in a modern and he said no fans wearing in the background. No sight of a fan. I'm pretty sure there is a fan. There will be a fan. But yeah, cannot hear it, which is always good. So, hang on. Seem to have misplaced the live chat, which is not going to help me. There we go, found it again. See ya. So we've got quite a few of you in from earlier onto your second stream of mine for the day, which is amazing to see. Jason was here early, as was Bilal, Ashley, Chantel, VJ is in and modding. Simon is in and modding as well. Ali Razor still with loads of questions. Who should be first on my bench? Solanke or Branthwaite? Gotta be Solanke. VJ and Simon doing a great job with keeping the live chat in check. So thank you guys for always being here. Really appreciate that. Ashley is watching on train home from London and says thanks for keeping us company. Chantel is back in, as is Minimal. Good to see you. Fighter Jets. Kahungmam. Rannock, Sponge, Pritpill, Light Rays, Walid, Enzo Fernandez, Simon Osteen. So great to see all of you. Minimal has asked bench one of Gordon's Son Mateta. Mateta. Sponge has got Pickford playing tonight, and Pridpal wants to know whether to start Dubravka or Petrovic. Petrovic, I feel like you got to go with the home game. Keep it simple. And Walid has asked, start Vardiol or Gabriel. Ideally both. Who are the rest of your defenders that you're considering benching, one of Vardiol or Gabriel? Because I'd consider them to have the best defensive fixtures of the weekend, to be fair to them. In terms of clean sheet potential, Man City, Arsenal, 1-2. Enzo Fernandez says, is Edison fit? Yeah, he is. Whether he starts or not, I don't know. What we'll have a look at first, see if one of these has been posted for Man City yet. There's a commentary here from Alex MCFC. 95% starting odds for Edison. City have a full squad as far as I'm aware. Edison has been deemed fit. So that's a commentary. I don't know if we've got any percentages. Here we go, Man City. 73% predicting Edison to start, 27% Ortega. So there you go. I certainly wouldn't be selling Edison. I don't think it's a big deal, to be fair. I think you just play Edison, and if he doesn't play, your sub comes in. I guess the only question is if you don't have a backup, then you could be in trouble. But yeah, keep it simple would be my advice there. Let's run through everything that we've got so far, because it was a busy press conference earlier. On Fernandez, 100% on predicting him to start. I think this was potentially an embargoed quote. It's also the same for Bruno Fernandes. I would get also to say, but he's also a big doubt. He's still fighting for the game on Monday night. So that's a slightly different quote to maybe what we've got before. Pedro Neto back to face Man City. Harrison Reed, final decision to be made on him. Fabian Schär has not ruled himself out for the rest of the season. For Newcastle, Palace, Eze and Gay are expected to be in the squad. And by the way, we didn't get an update on Ait-Nouri from Wolves, so I have no idea there. And also, Brighton didn't give us an update on Van Heck. Arteta's got a fully fit squad. Semenyo back for Bournemouth. Haaland fit to start for City. And Pep had to say, Edison, Foden are good. All the players are available for tomorrow. Almiron, Joe Linton and Pope are closing in on a return for Newcastle. Adebayo could make the 11 for Luton. Awani could be back for Forest. Bowley and Murillo are okay. McAtee is back for Sheffield United. Trippier could be back in training next week. Kraft is expected to join Dan Burn in the centre-back slots for Newcastle after Fabian Schär had a hamstring problem. No updates from Chelsea on Gusto. I can see Aman is asking that in the chat. There was some embargo quotes post-match from the game on Thursday. That was yesterday, wasn't it? But yeah, nothing. Klopp and Salah's falling out is apparently completely resolved. Sunday too soon for Jota. Van Dijk, fitness concerns, a late call will be made. Conor Bradley's back in training. Evans and Marshall in United training. McTominay has got a chance come Monday. Rashford is unavailable. Kalesho to be assessed for Burnley. No big news from Luton. So that is all of your injury updates. So hopefully that will set you up for making transfers for this week. So come and get your dilemmas in the live chat. We'll see how we're doing for questions. I'm going to try and answer as many questions as I can. We've got an hour and 20 minutes now to the deadline. Just checking I've not missed anything notable. We're nearly up to 50 likes. There's 100 of you in. So thank you for choosing to spend the deadline with me. Bilal, with the big question, who's better, Foden or De Bruyne? And I feel like this one is a real 50-50. You look at their predicted points. They're in the top 3. There's 0.9 between them. And I mentioned this on the press conference stream earlier. I think it depends on your strategy for the remainder of the season. Whether you're chasing in mini leagues or whether you're trying to hold rank. So if you're trying to hold rank, go with Foden. If you want to be differential, go with De Bruyne. If you want to be really differential, you've got a really strong feeling on City attack, triple up. Minimal's going Palmer captain due to his home form, yeah. I mean, I guess it was a bit disappointing that he only got an assist against Spurs, but prior to that, 4 goals against Everton, 3 goals against United, 2 goals against Burnley, a goal and an assist against Newcastle. Like, it's a decent run of results for him. Lost my place in the chat already. Aaron says, is Isaac a good captain pick? I'm not wholly convinced on Isaac, which is why I've not rushed to get him in my team, because I feel like with Callum Wilson back, there's a chance that Isaac could be benched. But I think on current form, it's more likely, and this is what we've seen when Wilson's been coming on as a sub, that they've been paying up top as a 2, because Isaac has still been kind of consistently getting 90 minutes. And you look at his form, since the international break, he's got 7 goals in 6 games. He's pretty undroppable at the moment, and he's in the Golden Boot race, which is crazy. I mean, the 7 goals in 6 games have definitely helped, because he wouldn't have been in that conversation before.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the FPL Gameweek 36 deadline stream with me, Holly Shand.
Unlikely that
if this notification has just popped
Wilson.
up, you
But
are
it's an away
in
game this
for
week,
a
and you look
treat
at all
because
those
it
goals.
is a Friday night
They've all come at
deadline.
home.
We've got 90 minutes
Blanked
until the
time out away at
6:30
Palace.
p.m. UK
Time
time
for that away
deadline.
Did
The
score
game week
against
kicks
Chelsea,
off
blanked
with
against Arsenal.
Luton v Everton. So perhaps
very
not the
much a
most
player that's
exciting
thriving
start
at
to
St
the
James's
FPL
Park.
game week. I'm going to have a
I
player
think you
involved
say
in
that
this.
for Newcastle in
couple
general.
of players, sorry,
So
involved in this game. Maybe I'll watch it, or maybe not. I don't know.
Away
We'll
at
see.
Burnley,
We'll see
remember
what
Burnley is
evening
still
brings.
needing
But,
to get points.
Yeah,
They're
it
they're
is
not
a Friday
relegated,
deadline,
so
and
it's
going
going to
to
be a
here for
tough
the next
game.
90 minutes. I've already made my transfers. I doubt we're going to
Carly
get
says
any
4
meaningful
not very
leaks,
precise, Carly.
given
What
you know, Luton and Everton. It's not really the most highbrow, is it? So no offence to Luton and Everton fans. So the focus is literally going to be on answering your questions. I do go through the live chat in chronological order, so just stay patient with me. Don't spam the chat, and that'll really help. Make sure that you've liked the stream. We're going to try and get the stream up to...
Sorry. What's happened is, I don't even know how that started again. I had the I always have to open the stream on YouTube to get the chat to put in the box, and it's gone wrong. I didn't realise. This is obviously another victim of the new system. I've now flicked water in my face as well. That maybe if I mute that, because I don't think I don't think I could do that before, where the browser played the audio. I've muted it, so it can't happen again. This is why we did practices yesterday, but obviously that situation didn't come up. I thought I'd had it in the background, but stopped. Anyway, doesn't matter. Whatever, it's happened now. We've fixed it. Sorry. We'll get better. Carly said thoughts on Saka. His ownership's high, and I think he'll do very well this game week. 55.8% owned. This game week, he's predicted to be the 6th highest scoring player. But interestingly, the 5th highest scoring midfielder. Game week 38, he's predicted to be the 4th highest scoring player. If the title race is still on in game week 38, which I hope it is, because it'll mean a really great end to the season, then Saka's going to be coming straight back in my team. I think if you've got a really strong feeling on Saka for this week, then by all means get him. But as scary as it is going without him, there are 8 midfielders predicted to score more points than him over the course of the next 3. You know, it's a lack of Arsenal assets really punished me last week. I'm going again this week. Hopefully that's answered your question, Carly. Sorry about the stream all going a bit weird there. At least I've fixed it so it can't happen again. Barry, play Gordon or Jackson? Jackson, I think you've got to go with the home game. Carl says, what do you think about bringing in Havertz for Son? I think if you've got a strong feeling on Havertz and you're fed up with Son, then you can make the move. But it's not something that I'm considering. I mean, Liverpool away looks like a tough fixture, but I don't think it is. You look at the fact that Van Dijk might be out for Liverpool, the form that Liverpool are in, and then Burnley at home and City at home in 37. Now that's a nice pair of... It's a nice... You've got probably two relegated teams to play in the next 3 game weeks. At home, he's been doing well. He scored against Arsenal, an assist against Forest, a goal against Luton, a goal against Palace, a goal against Brighton. So since he came back from the Asia Cup, he's only blanked once at home, and that was to Wolves. I think there's enough in there for me to hold Son with the volume of fixtures. MJ Neville, Solanke or Isaac long term? Well, it's not that long term because we've only got 3 game weeks to go. Yeah, Isaac behind Haaland, predicted to be the 2nd highest scoring forward in the game for the run-in. Solanke doesn't make the top 10. I'm probably going to have to admit defeat and do Solanke to Isaac next week, let's be honest. I need to look at that, actually. What I'm doing with my team. For next week. So I've already done Barkley to Gordon. That's this week. And then 37. Hopefully, I'm going to get some utility from Porro and Gusto. Cross your fingers. So I'm currently at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 doublers. So I don't know if I will buy Isaac. And then who am I going to bench? I need to play my triple captain in 37. And I don't know who I'm playing it on yet. I could just play Branthwaite at home to Sheffield United. Well, I guess it depends on the Gusto situation. Obviously, we've got no updates at the moment, so, can't be sure exactly what to do. That's next week, though. And we've still got this week. MI6 agent says Branthwaite or Van Dijk. Van Dijk is a doubt. Branthwaite's got a nice fixture, so Branthwaite. Matthew Porter, need advice on captaincy. Need to stay ahead of my middle league. Have to have the bragging rights. If you're wanting a shield captain, Haaland is the one. Chantal looking at rolling a transfer. Roll or take out Van Heck. Well, I think you've got enough in your defence that you don't need to play Van Heck this week anyway. The kind of direct replacements for Van Heck aren't that great because there's not that many that double that are cheap. So I think for that reason, just roll it. And then if you come across any other issues next week, you've got 2 frees, potentially a mini wildcard. You may be able to release funds from other positions to kind of give that Van Heck position a bit of an upgrade. Quaysby, would you sell share? Again, this one's a bit team dependent. If you're struggling to get out of defence, then you will have to. But if there's a chance that he's still going to be involved, we can't trust Eddie Howe, we know that. Then, there's potential. Kahongan, start Morris or Solanke. I feel like Morris has got a little bit more to play for. Home game. I think I would start Morris this week. I'm benching Solanke. Fahim says bench 1, Robertson, Munoz, Branthwaite. Would it be bad to say bench Robertson? It's probably not the wisest idea. I think he's probably it's between Robertson and Munoz. I guess Robertson's got the attacking threat. I think Manchester United will score. So, yeah, maybe Munoz. Chikongo, which Newcastle defender to replace Share with? I'm tripling up on the City attack, otherwise I'd go for Vardiol. Burn. You could go with Kraft, to be fair. You could go with an Arsenal defender, though. Don't rule that out. It depends maybe if you've got a bench boost to play next week. Ashley said, would you start Raya or Petrovic? Got to be Raya. Divine Worldwide, please Garnacho or Son? I'd say Son. He's on pens, which definitely helps. Armand's asking for updates on Gusto. There were no updates. VJ, I'm probably a bit behind in the chat, was saying that we're almost at 50 likes. We're now at 68 likes, but the aim is 100. I know I kind of lost everyone temporarily when I had some tech issues. Chantel says, I now see red chip next to Van Heck. How has that happened then? Because we're not... FPL must have done that manually. He literally wasn't mentioned in the presser at all, good or bad. But the rumours are that he's out for the season. Unless Brighton have put something out since. There's nothing on Twitter. God knows. Right, let's have a look at the tweet deck, see what's happening, see if I've missed anything. Don't think there's anything too significant at the moment. Excuse me. Yeah, I think we're safe for now. I mean, I don't really know what I'm expecting. This makes me laugh for FPL Gameweek. Bruno started to go 3 days after this photo was taken. Remember, he's superhuman. Gotta agree with that. A little update from West Ham, which I must have missed earlier. I think that's probably about it. So I think we're good for now. So we've got an hour and 5 minutes till the deadline. So keep the questions coming. We're up to 80 likes. Not quite at the big 100, but close. Let me put my team back on screen as well. Kakashizin, triple captain, Palmer, Isaac or Havertz this week. If I was triple captaining this week, it would be on the City fixture. Don't trust Isaac away from home. Palmer's played. Chelsea have had a very congested schedule. And Palmer, we know, hasn't been kind of fully fit for a little while. Havertz, I just don't know whether I'd want to play triple captain on Havertz. It's not the player to do it on. Bruno for Havertz, I don't know. It's really difficult, this Bruno situation. Like, he could easily miss out, but I would not be surprised if he played. And given his current form, he's hard to drop. But then Havertz again. But Bruno's got the extra fixture, but he has to play to make it count, doesn't he? It's a 50-50. What I would recommend is if you flip a coin. Because when you're flipping that coin, it doesn't matter what the coin lands on. But when you're flipping that coin, you know what you want the outcome to be. You just gotta play a little bit on instinct at this time of year. Scott member is in from Kentucky. Good to see you, Scott. I'm guessing this one's at a better time for you. I know all the people in Australia are complaining about the late deadline. Someone said 3 a.m. in Sydney earlier. But yeah, if you're in the US, you're all right. Omar wants to know whether to captain Haaland, De Bruyne or Foden. I mean, it's a brilliant opportunity to make up ground if you fancy going against Haaland. Haaland is still a really easy captain pick for this week. And his ownership, 63.7%. It's not crazy high. I think we will see a spread on captaincy. Haaland's going to be the go-to for most managers, but it's not going to be a crazy ownership. So you've got choice there. But if you want to make up ground and you've got a strong feeling on Foden or De Bruyne, then go with them. It's too close to call which one. T Black says, when is the best for a time for a triple captain? If that's the right. First of all, there's 3 game weeks left. So if you've got 3 chips left for some reason, you can only play 1 a week. So you need to crack on with activating them. Obviously next week is the double game week. So teams that double are Brighton, Man City, Manchester United, Newcastle, Spurs. Have I missed one? Chelsea. Did I say Chelsea? So if you've only got triple captain as your last chip left, then I'd definitely play it next week. I've got to play mine next week. Currently, it's Haaland leading the predictions to Son, then Isaac. I'm going to have to bring in Isaac at this rate next week, aren't I? Foden and De Bruyne. De Bruyne's away form. It's 2 away games, Fulham away and Spurs away. Since coming back into the side, De Bruyne got a 12-pointer away at Newcastle from the bench in 21 minutes. He got an assist against Brentford. He got an assist against Liverpool. He got 18 points with 2 goals and an assist against Palace. And then he got a goal against Brighton away and 2 assists against Forest. So, I mean, my rank, I need something pretty special. Maybe triple captain De Bruyne next week could be the play. He's auditioning tomorrow, 5:30 that game. I might watch that game and that'll be the audition. Damon trying to go differential to gain rank. Who is the better captain pick? Foden, Palmer or De Bruyne? Who is more likely to haul? Well, Palmer's got the most double-digit hauls of any player this season. I think it's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you look at where those hauls have come, certainly in the last few months. Fulham at home, Wolves at home. Fulham at home, Newcastle at home, Burnley at home, United at home, Everton at home, Spurs at home. And this week he plays West Ham at home. De Bruyne hasn't been as successful at the Etihad. Foden has just need minutes to do well. Foden's got 7 double-digit hauls. So Palmer, I just worry about his fitness. I think it's Palmer v Foden as differential captains this week. Shall I put the captain poll live? I've not seen a lot of love for Arsenal assets. So we've got Palmer v West Ham. Lots of people liking Isaac. So maybe he gets in the poll. They normally have a poll on the homepage of the hub. Let's have a look. Oh, there's a Havertz and Saka in there. Yeah, it's impossible to put them all. I only get 4 options. Divine Worldwide says Garnacho or Son. I'd say Son. Mriddle, should I sell Share for free? I have Maguire on the bench. Play Maguire then. Zondrix can't decide between Pickford and Petrovic. Petrovic is at home. If you want the predicted points, 4v... I'm scrolling for Pickford, so 4v 3.4. I think we'll see a drop-off in Everton now that they're safe, if I'm honest. Share replacements. Vardiol tops the list. I don't mind City defenders still. Dan Burn. Real MK says, am I worried about Isak tomorrow? Yeah. T Black, Captain Salah or Saka? Gotta be Saka. ABJ, bench Son or Garnacho? I'd bench Garnacho. Martin says, Burn or Vardiol for a share replacement? Who has more threat? Gotta be Vardiol. Edison or Petrovic? Probably Edison. Petrovic is a nice alternative if he doesn't play. Desablator, would you play Watkins or Mateta? Or do I take the -4 for Jackson? Watkins. Ashley said, gonna roll the dice with Captain Isak. No one in my Lone League doing this as I've probably been going Palmer or Haaland. Zondrick says, can't be side. No, I'm sure I've done that one. Please only ask your question once, guys. Right, we are 55 minutes out to the deadline. Let's just have a look on the tweet deck. Some Euro squad sizes have increased to 26. That's the big news for Friday night. Lots of moves being made among FPL managers. Should come as no surprise. Hopefully everything's running okay with the stream now. We're almost at 100 likes. We're about 6 off. So if you guys can help get that over the line, that would be great. Right, let's get on with some more questions. Tamora says, are you a regular on Sky now? Yeah, I tend to be on every other week. So one week it's me and Gianni, my TV husband, and then the next week it's Sam and Lee from FPL Family. So we're on Zoom today. I think it's Sam and Lee next week, and then Game Week 38, be back in the studio with Gianni. Gary says, considering starting Mateta over Son, am I crazy? Yeah, I think so. Liverpool are awful at the moment. Irish, would you sell Share or play Maguire? Just play Maguire. Who's captain, KDB or Foden? I think this week Foden. FPL chats, I'm buying Haaland. Who would you sell from? Isak, Watkins and Mateta? Mateta. Yusuf says, Wood or Mateta as a poor punt, liking Mateta as A is back. Yeah, I do like Wood though. I think he's got 3 and 6 since the break. And I think he's top for big chances among forwards. Forest have got a lot to play for. What do I think of Bruno G? I don't think he offers enough as an FPL asset. Robert still has wildcard, triple captain and bench boost. Any wildcard picks? Okay, triple City. I'd probably go an Arsenal attacker and Arsenal defender. Triple Chelsea. Triple Newcastle. At least double Newcastle. Would I buy Walker or Vardiol? Vardiol. What to do with Dubravka? Hold him for now. Hope that Pope isn't in the squad this week. FPL Beanie says, can you do a spin on your swivelly chair, lime and tree? The problem is, I've got very limited scope because I've got I've got one of the green screens that attaches to the chair, and then it just bangs against the desk, either side. So I can only go from there to about there, and then it breaks the green screen. Weird request, if you don't mind me saying, FPL Beanie. Mahmood, best 4.5 million defender instead of Maguire, have White, Gabriel, Byrne, Porro. Yeah, it's not a great price bracket to be in, I'll be honest. What was the price bracket? 4.5. Graf, do you want to double up? Emerson Royale, Badia Shield. Then Maguire. I think you just stick with Maguire. I think there's more exciting transfers you can make in the final few game weeks. I feel like I'm getting bunged up again. I'm going to have to get the Vic out. I've not even got the Vic here. Never mind. Let me just blow my nose. I don't even have a hint of a sniffle today. I think it's just when I talk too much. I don't really talk that much, but obviously I've done a video today. I've had a meeting, been on Sky, did the other stream earlier. It was an hour and a half. 45 minutes into this one, it's just all the talking. Is that a thing? Is that even possible? Bunged up from talking too much. Mahmood, start Son or Foden, have KDB already. Foden. Son or Bruno, who to start? Son. Havertz or Gordon, considering Gordon's away form? Havertz. John fancying taking a punt on Nick Pope's fitness or roll and play Areola? Just roll and play Areola. Hay fever, could be. I don't think I have hay fever, but then you can just develop it at any age, can't you? Maybe it was just because I'm getting old. Is Pope playing? I don't think he's going to come back in. He might make the squad. Foden and Edison both starting. They're both fit. Whether Edison starts, I don't know. Bilal, who's better, Foden or De Bruyne to put in game week 37 for one transfer? Depends if you're chasing. If you need the differential or not. I think De Bruyne. Shamil's on Captain Saka. 60% in the vote going Haaland, 18% Palmer, and then 22% on others. It's going to be quite varied. Thanos running to take a hit. Either Son or Salah out for Foden or Saka. Yeah, I think I'd sell Salah this week for either of those. Who to bench if you have De Bruyne instead of Son? Gordon, away game. I know I bought him this week, but bench Mateta, Elise or Son. Elise. Foyers, start Garnacho or João Pedro. Maybe Gordon. Maybe Garnacho. Alan says, am I mad to start Darwin and head of Son? Ranked top 10k? Yes. Well, I wouldn't say you're mad, but I wouldn't do it personally. Ashley. Are you able to tell who clicks the like button? No. Else I'd be saying, no, I'm not answering your question because you've not hit the like button. It would be handy. Definitely be helpful, but yeah. do not have that capability. We've made 100 likes, guys, so thank you. Martin says, White or Porro this week? Already have Gabriel and Burn on my lineup, Dallo on the bench, White. Milton, start Pau, Torres or Doughty or take a -4 for Walker. I think you could start Pau Torres. I wouldn't take a hit for a defender on a single game week, really. I don't think that's the optimal play by any means. Scott, bench, Jackson, Foden, Fernandes or Gordon, probably Fernandes. Lyric's asking about Gusto replacing. I think if you can bench Gusto this week, I'd keep him. You never know, he might be available for next week yet. Obazua, captain selection headache, Palmer, Foden or Isak. If it's between Palmer and Foden for me, on the predictions, I think it's Foden that's ahead. Depends if you're chasing or not. If you want a differential, then go with Foden. Alpha, Haaland or De Bruyne captain? Again, depends if you're holding rank or if you're chasing. Let's have a look what's going on the tweet deck. I think it's all looking quiet at the moment. Not that I'm expecting loads of leaks, but it's nice to just see if anything important's going on, anything that we need to make a note of. Good. Fadzai, start Barkley or Son? Son. Best captain shout if you're defending a mini league, Haaland. Please only put the question in once, guys, though. Walid, bench Fernandes or Jackson? Fernandes. Son or Diaz? Son. Oamra's got 2 free transfers. Recommended who to sell and buy. I want to wildcard in 37. If you've got other chips remaining, I'd wildcard this week. But with 2 frees, you're looking at 1 week punt. Salah to Foden. You can't get any more Arsenal. So, yeah, Salah to Foden. Oh, you've got Foden. I think you need to get Haaland in. If you can get to Haaland, Darwin and Salah out, Haaland and De Bruyne in. Does that work on funds? De Bruyne or Foden? I prefer Foden this week, De Bruyne next week. Well, it says I want to captain Isak or Foden as a differential. Prefer Foden to Isak because Isak's away. Calvin says, would you start Eze or Solanke? Eze. Bazaf, all chips remaining. What's better? Bench boost this game week, triple captain next week, or vice versa? And free hit in the last game week. Oh, dear. I think bench boost always got the most potential. Let me know, Bazaf, who's cutting my words out. Who are the players that you'd be bench boosting with? Ankit says Palmer's influence has reduced significantly after Madueke's inclusion in the team. He never passes to Palmer. That's interesting. Mohammed, Brian or Foden? Oh, it's not getting any easier answering this question. I think I prefer Foden this week. Shaluti? Gameweek 37, free hit or bench boost? Bench boost 37, free hit 38. Babam. Do you think captaining Watkins is worth it considering Brighton defence has been bad over City attackers and Palmer? Yeah. I think he's got to be an option. FPL Guy asks Gordon or Jackson. Jackson. Jerome, who to bench burn on Maguire? Maguire. Calvin, Dubravka or Pickford? Dubravka. Saka or Haaland captain? Haaland. Havertz captain. It's fine if you want a differential. Foden's fine if you want a differential. Is Bruno fit? We don't know. That's the $1 million question. Sanclap. Play Rain Ain't Nori or take a -4 for Vardiol. If you've not got any options on your bench, don't mind the -4. Will Bruno play? We don't know. Scott, punting on Salah, coming good. Wow. I think that ship sailed, didn't it? Thanks, Ashley. Bazaf, Game Week 37 bench boost or triple captain? It depends what options you've got for the other week and how strong it is, Bazaf. If you let me know who your players are. Yeah, bench one of these, Son or Jackson. Jackson. And go Mateta over Son. You Juge, good move getting dunked from Brighton. It's a risk because of their form. But if you've got a slot for a Brighton defender, then you'll be okay. Start Eze or Solanke. Haven't I done that one? Do I think Richards will start now? Gaze back for Palace? Perhaps not. So Ben's predicted that he won't start this week. Probably not going to start this week. So he might be okay. Bench Bruno, Gordon or Son? Bruno. Bench Webster or Porro? Webster. Is Pepper fraud? I don't think he's been too bad to us this season. Bench Son or Bruno? Bruno. Mateta or Solanke to start? Mateta. Who would you captain? Jack now, top of the mini league, Haaland. Right, we're 38 minutes out to the deadline. What I was going to do was have a look at FPL challenge for this week. So we've got this shooting stars. So players receive two points per shot. So if we look since the international break, who's had the most shots? Should we put per 90? Hide low mince players. Doesn't make a lot of difference. Palmer, Salah are both in there. So let's get them in. Maybe I didn't want that. And then we've got Muniz. Brentford away. I think that's fine. Who else have we got? Tony. Maybe I need to look by position. So among forwards, well, Haaland's got to be in there, hasn't he? Is this too small a sample size, is what I'm thinking. Darwin. Can I go there? I don't know if he starts. I guess I can update it, but in reality, I've not been... Has anyone actually been back in their challenge team and made any changes after the deadline's been and gone? Because I haven't. I don't think about it from one week to the next. Isaac's got a high shot volume. Maybe I'll do that then. Midfielders. Do you know what, though? I think I'm going to put Watkins in. I quite like to go against like what I've got in FPL. And I look, I've got no Saka, no Watkins, no Isak, no Salah. They're the players that could punish my rank at the moment. Havertz as well. So maybe we go Saka, Havertz. Defenders. Mate, I'm going to do a bigger sample size. Total shots for defenders this season. Pedro Porro, Van Dijk, Trent, Cher, Cash. Shall I go Cash? I don't know. Villa have had a very busy few weeks, haven't they? Dunk, Bogle, Gabriel. Let's get Gabriel in. What goalkeeper I'm going to go for? Raya? Or someone else? Should we go Ben White in defence? I need one more defender. Am I running out of money? 15.7 million. Gonna run out of money, aren't I? Salah's gonna have to go, sorry. Let's go back to midfielders. I don't really know. I don't know who I'm fancying. Could just go Foden. Should we go Foden? Foden and Vardiol. Oh, I'm on the wrong tab now. So if we do that, go Foden. Have I run out of money? And I could cobble together a bench with that. Let me know if you've got any suggestions of who else to go with. I need a cheap bench, so it's going to be Areola. It's going to be... Who else can I get? It's not really... The bargain bin has got a bit bleak. to put Charlie Taylor in, I think. Livramento. I need a cheap midfielder. Should we go Barkley? Because I sold him in FPL. Can I afford him? No. 0.9 off. Gosh. Can I still not afford this team? It's Ben White, isn't it? He's going to have to go. Let's put Saliba in. Oh, Saliba's just as expensive. Why is everyone so expensive? I'm just trying to think who I can lose to make the cash work. I feel like I've weakened the team now. It wasn't looking quite as exciting. That'll do then. Right, that's challenge team lot then. We've got 30 minutes till the deadline. So need to start thinking about making transfers if you haven't already. Just checking we've not missed anything interesting on the tweet deck. I think we're good. Just having a look at where he's up to on the live chat. Because as always, I've lost my face. Danny has asked, I've got Eze, Garnacho, Bruno, Son Palmer. Who do you replace for a -4? I'm 0.1 off De Bruyne. I think it's the Garnacho Bruno situation. Yeah, it's a tricky one. Well, you could get Foden. Will that not do? Senil says Watkins or Jackson. Watkins. I did Ahmed, Palmer or Gordon. Palmer. Ranel -4 for Walker. We don't know about Aitnori. Tricky fixture anyway. Depends who you've got on your bench. But yeah, maybe the hit would be worth it in that situation. Craig, Vardiol or De Bruyne for Triple City? This is $1 million question, isn't it? I mean, I feel like I'm biased because I'm on Triple City. But I think Vardiol's doing just as well. Serinvas, bench Bruno or Jackson? Bruno. Simon's bossing it in the chat. Alibaba, I'm so confused between Haaland or Palmer as captain, playing Dallo or Branthwaite as the third defender. I think Haaland captain is an easy decision this week. Dallo or Branthwaite? I think I'd go Branthwaite. Iban, buy Everton or Man U defender? I think Man U. They've still got something to play for, just. And they've got more fixtures. Louis says, should I start Son or Jackson? Maybe Jackson. Bonkers is on about his other team. How many teams have you got, Bonkers? He's got Trent in there and Gakpo and Alisson. Aditya, captain thoughts? I think Haaland's an easy pick if you're wanting to save rank. But if you're wanting to make up ground, then there's plenty of differential options that you can consider. Louis asking the chat for questions, responses. What's wrong with my responses, Louis? I'm joking. Danny, do you think Doughty is a good pick for tonight? It's just this clean sheet situation. But I think in terms of attacking returns, most of them have come... Well, I felt like most of them have come at home, but I think it's a bit more mixed. But yeah, 10 goal involvements this season. I think Luton beat Everton in a reverse fixture and he got an assist in that one, so not the worst pick. I ended up selling him last week. King Yun, is it a good idea to triple captain Haaland on the double game week? Yeah, probably likely to do the same. Black, which 3 defenders to play this game week? Are you going to give me a list? Job says Mateta v Son. Gave Son. Louis wanted a quick answer before the deadline. Oh, right, okay. Stressing to keep my 3k rank. I've almost caught up with the chat, guys. 3k, it's incredible. Isaac Cap, don't love it away from home. Start Muniz or Barnes? Probably Muniz. Sting comment from Nelson. People are sleeping on Palmer. It's going to be an open game v West Ham, while I expect Wolves to sit back v Man City. Yeah, City are definitely going to need an early goal in that game. Joseph says Garnacho or Gordon. Gordon. Isham, which one out of Bruno, Saka or Son would you sell to get Foden in as part of a hit? I think it's a risky hit. Perhaps Bruno, just because of the fitness concerns. Austin says start Son or Jackson. Maybe Jackson. I think I've caught up with the chat, guys. We've got... Graf said Haaland kissed my mum. We've still got 23 minutes to the deadline. Rainy Kenilworth Road. Huge game for the hosts in the battle to avoid the drop. I doubt we're going to get any leaks. I think it's a quieter stream because of the lack of leaks, but keep the questions coming. It can be anything. I'll take anything at this point. Sometimes it's nice to just have a look what's going on the Sweet Deck. Oh, the questions are all coming now. Watford win at Middlesbrough. VJ, I think you'll find that my championship knowledge is not as good as my Premier League knowledge. Right, best catch up on these questions now then. You're keeping me busy. Thought I was going to get a early night. I'm joking. I'm still struggling with screen space, I'm not going to lie. Tanzala, Son to Saka or Havertz? It feels too sideways. Onana? Yeah, he's okay. Goalkeeper option. I wouldn't be making a goalkeeper transfer just for fun, though. Michael, need to bolster my defence for 37 where I'm using bench boost. Should I get Vardiol or Walker for 8 Nori or Bradley? If you've got 2 frees, then I think Vardiol in for Bradley's fine. But if you haven't, I'd just roll. If you've got the option to roll this week, then I would take it. Trim starts Muniz or Garnacho and Muniz. Beardy is in and says hello. Good to see you. We just had a flurry of questions. I thought I was running out. Charlie, Salah to Saka or Havertz for a -4. Yeah, probably get that done. Adam says the 36 wildcard is tough. If only I could have 6 midfielders. I don't envy you. Who are you choosing between, Adam? Morris says Garnacho or Sonhu to bench Garnacho. Sib Sharma, do I start Petrovic or Dubravka? I'd start Petrovic. I would worry about Dubravka if Pope is on the bench this week. It may mean it'll get a game in the double. Moen is on a wild card. Best options for this week in the double. City, get 3 City from Haaland, Foden, De Bruyne and Vardiol. I'd get an Arsenal midfielder, either Saka or Havertz and Gabriel. I'd get Palmer, Petrovic, potentially another Chelsea attacker, Madueke, Jackson, Gallagher. Probably it's Jackson's easier, and then I'd probably have Isaac Gordon as well. Bench boost in 37 over 38, add in because it's the double game week. Rennie says, why no KDB captain? Yeah, he is a good option. I think you can do that. Elliot asks, Eze v Mateta have to bench one? Probably Mateta. Joseph says, is it worth a -12 to prep my team for bench boost 37? If you think it's difficult, it's difficult to make that up in 1 week. But I think you can certainly look to... if you think the players you're going to bring in are going to outscore the players going out this week, then it'll be okay. But I do think it's so close to the bench boost. A lot can change in a week. I think you'd be best holding off. It's just looking at those fringe players, isn't it, of who you're going to want on your bench boost. It's a tricky decision. It's not going to be easy. Sorry, I just had to send someone a quick message. Giovanna, who to keep from Arsenal if we're doing a wild card? I think a defender and an attacker at this point. What about Cucurella? Yeah, I like Cucurella, but I guess he's an okay price, isn't he? I prefer Petrovic. We don't really have an injury update. Chilwell's gone. I don't think we're going to see any minutes from Chilwell, though. I don't know. I just don't trust. I don't trust who's going to start every game. If you're looking for cheap defenders for 37, we look under 5. So you've got Vardiol. You've got Newcastle defenders. There are options there. Sorry, I'm really bunged up. We've got 15 minutes to go. Have a quick look on the tweet deck. Tommy Doyle's move to Wolves was made permanent today. There's no sign of any leaks. Not that I was really expecting any, as I said at the top. But if anything does come through, then we'll be on it. Right on cue, JR Jelly's asked in the chat for the breaking news. There isn't any. Nelson says start Doughty or Porro. Doughty. Rishi says rolling transfer would mean starting Share or would mean starting Dallo or Share to White. Just start Dallo. Aydin Ahmed, Jackson or Watkins? Watkins. Petrovic or Onana? Petrovic. Is Foden fit and is Fernandes fit? Asks Mr. H. Foden is fit. Expected to start. Fernandes very much 50-50. We've not got many details. Seth, start Burn or Garnacho? I think you've got to start the attacking player. Tev Shan is asking for my lineup. Sorry, have I not moved it down? VJ asks, is Barkley starting? You would assume so. We don't really get leaks for Luton. Probably the reason for that is no one really wants leaks for Luton. But I haven't seen anything to say no. Have you seen anything that's made you concerned? Member question in from Chloe. Thank you, Chloe. Who to start, Flecken or Dubravka? Maybe Flecken. Let's have a look at the predicted points. This is for goalkeepers. Yeah, Flecken, they're both on the same, to be fair. Just feel like Flecken's got the home game. Fulham haven't got a lot to play for. They've dropped Tosin. Should I replace Mateta Solanke to Isak this week or next week? Just do it next week. Who is the best captain for those chasing? Palmer or Foden? Well, basically anyone but Haaland. But I like Palmer, I like Foden. I don't know who you've got, but Palmer, Foden, Watkins if you've got Watkins, Saka, Havertz. I wouldn't go Isak. I don't think I'd go De Bruyne this week. Steve has asked Maguire or Porro. Maguire, I'd say. Tev Shan says lagged. Jackson or Son? Jackson. Is there a problem with the stream or is it at your end? I'm just really paranoid now. I've got this new machine that it's me with the problems. Nelson, start Jackson on Madison. I would start Jackson. QWERTY, start Dubravka or Edison. Already have Vardiol. Start Edison. Diaz to Gordon for a -4. Wait till next week. Wait till next week. Darwin or Son? Son or Garnacho? Son. Cucurella or Dallo? Dallo. Who to replace Cher with? Burn. Watkins captain. How bad is that move? No, it's not bad. I think it's good. Merman, with the remaining fixtures and wildcard in hand, who would you change? Why are you not wildcarding this week, Merman? Josie, Diaz to Gordon for a -4. I'll wait till next week. Oh, sorry, Joey, not Josie. I've done that one already. Please only ask your question once. Start Foden or Schlupp? Is that even a question? It's got to be Foden. Chloe's got Palmer, Foden, De Bruyne, Haaland. They're main captain choices. Yeah, Palmer or... I do like Foden captain. I think if you want to go differential, then that's probably the one. Oh, you are wildcarding, Momen. Oh, right, got you. Pickford, Petrovic. If you've got no chips remaining, are you setting up for a bench boost? I'd get rid of Salah, get rid of Pickford. Saka, Salah, Foden, Gordon. Hopkins, Isaac. Is that Højlund, not Haaland? Bench Son or Gordon? Gordon. Palmer captain locked in for Nelson. Huge deadline timing coming up. Yeah, we've got 5 minutes yet. 6 minutes even. No panic. I think we're good. All good there. Yeah, you need Haaland, Momen, in my opinion. Carl says good luck all. Like, is my watch wrong? Surely we've still got 5 minutes. I don't think we're going to get any leaks. As I said, this is actually the last deadline stream of the season. I will obviously be doing the press conference stream next week and the week after. But no deadline stream next week because it's my birthday, going out. And then the week after, I'm on Sky on the final day of the season. So we've got 5 minutes more of deadline streams for 2023-24 season. Charlie's rank is 1,700k. No, that's not. 1,700 overall, and he's nervous. I would be Charlie. Got to play the game that got you there, though. Tracy, captaincy is on De Bruyne. Had it on Palmer all week. That's a late change. Hope you don't regret it. KDB or Foden? Let's just say Foden for argument's sake. I feel like I don't know how big to make this. Just fiddling with the stream. Abdas, Shah to burn or play Dallo. 2 frees for 37. Yeah, do that. KDB or Foden? Let's say Foden. Bench 1, Gordon, Son and Bruno. Bruno. Just trying to keep an eye on any leaks, but I don't know if any are going to come our way. We're 4 minutes out, so make sure you're locked in. If you're on wildcard this week, make sure you've activated it. If you've got any chips you want to play this week, make sure you've got them active. Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty impossible to get any leaks this week. It's just not really the game. It's just not really got the fixtures. So I bought Gordon on Saturday. I should have just done it last week. But, you know, is what it is now, isn't it? But I was already on a -12 last week. You've got to have a boundary somewhere. And that was it. Any last minute questions? Morman says, perfect, you're awesome, Holly. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Andrew. I've still got another week yet. Not getting ahead of myself. Got another whole more 7 more days of being 33. I don't want to rush them. Not ready to add another year on. 3 minutes to deadline now, guys. Yeah, I think it is not the week for leaks at all. We tried though. Chloe is locked in. Flecken, Mitchell, Burn, Gabriel, Foden, De Bruyne, Son, Palmer, Captain, Garnacho, Mateta, Haaland, Brench, Dubravka, Solanke, Gusto, Nori. Good luck. Prince, Muniz or Garnacho. I would go I think I go Moonies, you know. Are you the Prince Al Hassan? Foden or De Bruyne? Foden. For a hit, Nacho to Foden? Yep, I think I would. One minute to deadline. Well, less than a minute even. 30 seconds. Probably by the time I've said this, we will be at the deadline. Let me put my team back on quickly. There we go. Right, well, that was it. Final deadline stream of the season. Thank you, everyone that's joined me for it. I will obviously have the press conference streams over the next few weeks. But yeah, good luck for FPL Gameweek 36. Can't believe we're there already. Next week will be an exciting one with bench boost, triple captains, all that good stuff. Thank you for joining, guys.